Hello, basketball fan. Richard, what do you expect to see from this guard matchup?
These guys are lethal one-on-one, but I think the key is to keep their teammates involved, playing unselfish basketball.
Now the starting group for the Houston Rockets. We've got Alperon Şengün, Thompson out there with Tari Eason. Then it's Jalen Green, and it's Brooks in at the shooting guard position.
Big three-point shot from James Harden. Look, this man locks in, and that is his shot.
And it's Green missing.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Outside Jones. Outside Harden. Leonard with a screen on Brooks. Harden, the pass to Leonard. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it. It's good.
Talk about a pure jumper. Leonard doesn't need a lot of space to rise up.
Pass to Thompson. Fires the three. And that one's good. And Green with the assist.
Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
It makes a difference for them if he can establish his three-point shot as a weapon.
Now here's Harden. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Şengün. So interesting, Grant. Younger fans may not realize the Clippers had a lot of rough seasons early on.
Well, you know, B.A., that's one way to put it. You know, in their first 27 years in L.A., they only made the playoffs 4 times. But things have definitely changed. Owners have changed. And now they're postseason regulars in the league.
Out to Leonard. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Şengün. For Houston, they've gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Brooks finds Şengün. Eason with the ball. Three-pointer. Drills it from deep.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 4 from deep. Here's Leonard. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
All alone from mid-range. You got to think he's kicking himself.
Eason can't get it to go. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 6 to open up this game. Harden from outside knocks down the triple. Harden's got 6.
Such an aggressive offensive player. Harden is ready to shoot whenever he's got the rock.
Pass to Şengün. Takes the 3. Rebounded by James Harden.
Yeah, that's a shame because I'm not sure the defense will let him get a shot that good again very soon.
Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Houston. Şengün's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Thompson. There's the drive. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
What a burst Thompson has. I mean, on his drives, he goes from 0 to 60 in a heartbeat.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, a lot of new developments for the Clippers this season, and obviously they have the new arena, new designs for their logo, jerseys, and court. Not only that, their G League team moving into a brand new arena in Oceanside, renewing the San Diego Clippers moniker. Brian, a lot to be excited about for this Clips team.
No question. Good stuff, Allie. Thank you. Now here's Brooks. No points yet. Here's Green from the arc. Pure from three-point range.
Okay, that's some impressive range from Green. Daring the defense to cover him that far out. But look, he can have that.
Leonard for 3. And he hits the jumper for 2. Leonard's got his 2nd basket of the game.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Obviously, everyone knows about the defense of Kawhi Leonard, but Grant, his shooting is overlooked.
Yeah, you know, he's at about 40% from 3 for his career. You combine that with his wing defense, you get a one-of-one player capable of carrying a team.
Now, here's Green. Pass to Şengün. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. On the wing, Harden, defended by Thompson. Harden against Thompson. Harden with a bucket.
Moving down the hill, Harden can be so wily, cutting through the D right to a shot.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Thompson passes to Green. To end the run. Ooh, great D that time from Dunn. And it's Leonard with the ball for Los Angeles. 4-point game. To the right side. Outside Jones. Leonard outside. From outside the arc. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Great job ending the quarter.
And so it's Kawhi Leonard making highlights for Los Angeles. Hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. More 2K action in just a moment. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And before we move on, what do you think about what we've seen from the Clippers?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
Making it as difficult as possible for the offense to find clean looks. Great stuff.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. They've got Jalen Green. Tari Eason is out there with Alperon Şengün. Then it's Dylan Brooks. And it's Thompson in at the 3.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
The Clippers lead by 8. Richard, how about that memorable Rockets winning streak early in 20... Oh, vicious slam by Kawhi.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
Yeah, but they can't relax. They've got to keep building on this lead because it is not safe.
All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for the Clippers?
From the tip, they are not making things easy on them. Lots of steals, playing disruptive basketball.
And also their pressure defense is paying dividends tonight. Turning them over and getting out in the open floor and running.
Over to the wing. Eubanks with it. Green picks him up. 6 on the shot clock. Leonard for 3. And Los Angeles another 3.
They're starting to pull away here as their shots keep falling.
Yeah, the D is looking helpless to stop them right now. They're doing whatever they want to do on offense.
To stop the run. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Eubanks, he's got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Harden. The 3. Missed it. 3 for 6 now. Rockets trail by 16. Brooks, the pass to Şengün. And here's Eason. Şengün, a screen on Jones. Hits the trifecta. Eason's got 6 points.
Ooh, can't ask for a cleaner look than that, and he'll make you pay.
Leonard on the wing. Defended by Eason. Leonard, that one's good. And the Clippers lead by 16.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
They get it back. Jones, the pass to Eubanks. Here's Dunn. 3-pointer, no good. For Houston, they've gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. Green for 3. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Leonard. Well, when you look at the forwards in this league, there are a lot more Grant Hill types out there these days, partner.
Well, thank you for the nice words, B.A. Of course, I took pride in my overall game. And over the last few decades or so, we've seen a bunch of guys playing the 3, 4, and 5 who can pass, dribble, and shoot. So it's fun to watch the game evolve.
And Green buries it from long range.
You can tell Green likes to move quickly. He gets that ball, and he's taking the shot in just a few seconds.
Leonard on the wing. Give him 20. Fires from deep. Again, the miss by Leonard. Rockets trail by 13. Eason, the pass to Şengün. Back to Eason. Thompson outside. Şengün in the post. Eubanks is there. Pass to Eason. The three ball. Gets the three ball to go. Eason's got 6 in the quarter.
Nice find by Thompson. Now, good to see him sharing the ball like this.
Jones finds Leonard. Back to Jones. Three-pointer, Harden. That's in. Coming off an assist from Jones.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Leonard, right side. The three is up. Drains the triple. Leonard's got 23.
And just continuing to pile it on. Leonard is such a ruthless player.
Good work there as it goes. And so it's Harden with it. He brings it up for Los Angeles. There's the three. Oh, and another three for the Clippers.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. Thompson passes to Şengün. Back to Thompson. Pass to Green. This one for three. And so it's Los Angeles looking in total control with this 17-point advantage. Okay, Ali, appreciate it. And folks, we'll be back after halftime to begin the third quarter. Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. It's been one outstanding game from Kawhi Leonard.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shot within the flow of the offense.
It's Batum at the power forward with Zubats at center. Bogdan Bogdanović is out there with Norman Powell. And it's Coffey in at the small forward position. That's who's out there for the Clippers. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
BA, Fred VanVleet said, I've been a leader on pretty much every team that I've ever played for. I'm a leader in life. It's just something you either have or you don't. Something you got to work at. Some guys will gravitate towards it and some won't. Brian, is it that simple?
Well, I think most of his teammates value what he has to say, for sure. Jacks up a three. Smith with the rebound.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
And one guy who's just scratching the surface of his potential, Jabari Smith.
Yeah, he's still very young, still gaining strength, but his upside on both ends is enormous.
Offense has been hard to come by so far. A much-needed bucket right there.
It's a slugfest. Maybe not the prettiest game we've seen, but sometimes the best wins are the ugly ones.
The Clippers lead by 14, and it's stolen by VanVleet. On the wing, Whitmore. Powell covers. Lets the three fly, and it's Whitmore missing. The Clippers have gone 0 for 3 to start the second half. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
That one goes. Count it. VanVleet's got 5 points in the quarter.
He has such a creative finish. FVV in the open.
Zubats with a screen on VanVleet. Bogdanović from long range. Sinks the tray.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Oh, got that one up quick. Tate's got his first 3 points of the game.
And you can see Smith has the vision. Now, it'll be interesting to watch that part of his game continue to develop.
Lets it go from deep. Bogdanović, no good. Rockets trail by 12. For 3, Smith. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Zubats has got his 5th rebound in this one. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
Here's Smith. That one off the back iron and out.
I don't know if he got in his own head there or what, because the defense can't really take credit for that miss.
Left side, Bogdanović. Oh, stolen by Tate. All by himself. For three, Smith knocks it down from distance. Smith's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. There's the triple. Rockets with a rebound. Well, Grant, after 3 straight drafts high in the lottery, the Rockets got to 500 in 2024.
Yeah, and I love how they signed some vets in the summer of 23. Houston decided we want to win now, and I wish more teams did that.
Here's Batum. They get it again. Powell against Van Vliet. Powell, that's good.
That right there, that's the kind of look this system is designed to create.
Green, the pass to Van Vliet. Green against Batum. Right side Tate. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The Clippers lead by 12. Here's Batum. Off target from three-point range. And the Rockets shooting just 36% in the third. And it's Whitmore missing.
Maybe he thinks he has that type of range, but I don't think his coaches will agree.
Yeah, and you're not going to just have the green light for long if you're chucking up bombs like that.
Rockets trail by 12. Van Vliet, the pass to Tatum. From downtown. Inside. Smith finds Van Vliet. Off target with the three. Well, the Clippers shooting 46%, a decent average so far. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Zubac. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Here's Green. And it's hammered home by Green.
Yeah, one thing about Van Vliet, he makes the right decision most of the time.
4 seconds left. The shot comes out. Got it up. That shot missing. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers in a good situation. Up by. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. Jayshawn Tate out there with Green. Then it's Fred Van Vliet. Then it's Smith. And it's Whitmore in at the 2 spot.
And far from the best shot, but all that matters is the end result. Somehow he sinks it.
Batum shot is off. Rockets trail by 12. Van Vliet, the pass to Green. Van Vliet outside. The three ball. Hits the three-pointer.
And this is what Van Vliet is known for, a volume three-point gunner who shoots it well.
Here's Batum. Tried to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good. And so it's Van Vliet with it. He brings it up for the Rockets. Pass to Whitmore. Picked by Smith. To the middle. Lots of room. Another one falls for Houston.
And give them credit on the job they've done to narrow the gap with this big run.
Zubac inside. Covered by Smith. Smith against Zubac. No good again that time. Rockets trail by 7. Pass to Van Vliet. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And it's a completely new group for the Clippers. Done with a steal. Leonard on the wing. Defended by Thompson. Jones with a screen on Thompson. Leonard way outside. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got 8 rebounds in the game. Leonard for 3. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got 9 rebounds now. Here's Thompson. Count that one.
If they're on a big run to make this game interesting, can't let up now.
It's one thing to get close, but do they have enough left in the tank to take the lead? Have to see.
Harden misses.
That's just a bucket like you expect him to make. It's tough when you miss them.
Green. In close. Green puts it in.
They're making smart adjustments, setting guys up for success.
But it took them a little while to get there. Just goes to show as long as you persevere, you'll figure your way out.
Jones with a screen on Brooks. Outside Jones. To end the drought. Gets the 3 ball to go. And the Clippers lead by 6.
Very important points. I mean, they're trying to hang on to this lead now. They needed that.
The ball's knocked loose. Thompson passes to Green. Eason against Jones. Pass to Thompson. Drops in the layup for 2. Thompson's got 4 points this quarter.
And you see the tight handles from Thompson. He can break defenders down in pick and roll, ISO, you name it.
Harden against Brooks. Harden pass to Leonard. 5 on the clock. From deep. And Los Angeles another 3.
In total control on that possession. Kawhi just reading the defense and taking it himself.
Eason finds Brooks. Eason against Jones. Now here's Brooks. He's guarded closely. Şengün passes to Eason. Şengün a screen on Jones. And it's Eason with a 3.
And that bucket from beyond the arc puts them within reach. He's really been putting that shot to work.
And I bet he's thinking that he could close the gap completely if he can keep those threes coming.
And there's the call on Tari Eason. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
There's 53 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Harden, the pass to Eubanks. 4 on the clock. Shoots it from the corner. It's rebounded by Şengün.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss.
Now the Clippers with it. Leonard outside. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. On the wing, Jones. From deep 3-point land. And there's Leonard on the assist from Jones. Leonard's got 32 points. So it's Los Angeles picking up the win. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks.
that jumps out at me, Kevin, is the guard matchup. I mean, both teams have tremendous backcourts, and I really think whoever is able to win or control that battle is going to win the game.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Randall out there with Reed. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 1. Now, here is Harden.
And that is first class right there. Can you believe that dunk?
I'm not sure, Greg, I can.
I don't know how he was able to execute the reverse with that stingy defense that was being played there.
Leonard against McDaniel. Outside Edwards. And stolen by Dunn. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Boy, if you don't stick Dunn, he'll burn you, and badly. Great quickness down the floor.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who spoke with Tyronn Lue.
Their team's main focus tonight, well, it starts with All-Star Anthony Edwards. He said Ant is an incredible player. He's so physical. We have to throw multiple bodies at him. It's got to be a team effort to keep Edwards in check. An ambitious game plan. Kevin?
Thanks, David.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
Greg, looking back to last season, the Clippers had one red-hot stretch.
That's right. They went on a 26-5 run between December and February. It finally showed how dangerous that team could be when healthy.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn.
Personal foul.
That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Edwards against Dunn. McDaniel sets a screen for Randall. It's stolen by Jones.
Well, that was a superb read defensively. He jumped right into the passing lane the instant the ball left the passer's hand.
Leonard on the wing. Three-pointer. Hands it from downtown.
Just another place you have to take Leonard seriously. He's so capable from the outside.
And here's Edwards from the arc. Eubanks grabs the miss. Clippers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. It's stolen by Edwards. Pass to DiVincenzo. Nailed from three-point land.
Sweet shooting from DiVincenzo. Really comfortable getting that shot up quickly.
Outside Leonard. Jacks up a 3. Doesn't go for him. And so it's Randall bringing it up now for Minnesota. They trail by 1. DiVincenzo passes to Edwards. No good on the shot. And here's Los Angeles. Out to the right wing. Back to Leonard. Stolen by McDaniels. And now Minnesota on the fast break. And finished off by McDaniel.
Just doing it solo. Love seeing McDaniels grab that steal and take off and convert.
That shot wide open. Leonard's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Clippers. Minnesota's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. People like to debate, and Greg, I don't know if this is you, what's better, Kawhi's defense or his offense?
Well, Kevin, I'll say this. Even if he was a subpar defender, his offense alone would have him among the league's top players. But his defense isn't subpar. At its best, it's elite.
And we know Harden is a laser now. He has confidence in that long ball. The defense has got to get on it.
Jones against Randall for 3. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Stolen by McDaniels. Here's Reed. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Good find that time by DiVincenzo. An unselfish player always looking to make the extra pass.
Back to Leonard. Beyond the arc. And rebounded by McDaniels. Minnesota's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range in the first quarter. And really deep through that time. Edwards got 6 points.
Look at that from Edwards. Way out there.
Leonard with the screen on DiVincenzo to end the run. Anthony Edwards with the rebound. And stolen by Leonard. Takes a three. And it is good! The buzzer! Wow!
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close a quarter.
Some great action here early as we end the first quarter. Clark in a tie. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
You know, I think they're going to be happy with how they played here early on.
I agree with you. I mean, they hit the ground running, had a strong start to the game that they're hoping they can manage the rest of the way.
So on the floor for Minnesota, Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Reed is out there with Randall, and it's DiVincenzo in at the point guard position. There's always a surprise, isn't there, Clark, in the offseason? Let's go back to 2022. That offseason, the Timberwolves going all in on Rudy Gobert.
Basically, Kevin, they traded 5 firsts plus a bunch of good players for Gobert. It was derided at the time, and I can understand why, but Rudy's defense has taken them to another level, and he's actually been a little better offensively than people thought he would be.
And the jam by Harden.
You know, we talk about Harden's skill set, which is superb, but there's no quitting this guy. He's got a great competitive spirit, and even when you bang him and bump into him, he just muscles through that and says, play on.
Talk about confidence. Greg, what do you think about Harden's quote from a couple years ago when he said, I'm not a system player, I am the system?
Kevin, I laughed when I heard it because most guys couldn't say that, but Harden absolutely can. He's an elite scorer turned elite passer. Your offense has to orbit around him when he's on the floor.
Randall with the ball. Leonard picks him up. Edwards kicks to McDaniels. Edwards looking it over. Shot clock at 5. Oh, and he jams it right over Kawhi Leonard.
Watch out now. Look out below. Edwards rising to the rafters.
Here's Harden. Outside Leonard. From the arc. Rebound Minnesota.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
Offensive rebound. Pass to McDaniels. Picked by Reed. McDaniels against Leonard to the inside. And Reed throws it down.
And this guy, to me, embodies determination. Small at his position, but he still gets up and keeps plays alive. That's mind over matter for sure.
And Leonard gets it to go.
Totally dialed in. Leonard makes quick work from that mid-range.
And Randall has got the ball here for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Trailing by 2. Pass to McDaniels. Randall with a screen for McDaniel. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Clippers have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter.
2 minutes.
Tipped away. Here's Leonard. Kicks it out to Jones. And it's Jaden McDaniels with the foul. That's his first foul. And a big part of perimeter defense, Greg, avoiding screens. What are some of the tricks of the trade in that regard?
Well, sometimes you have to get skinny. I mean, other times it's using your strength. A lot goes into it. Also, you know, getting a cadence for the screening. It's one of the more challenging aspects of NBA defense.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, the Clippers are intent on winning big. Coach Tyronn Lue said half of it is great talent, and I think half of it is execution. When you get to the playoffs, it's a whole different animal. We got to be 100% execution with our talent. That makes for a dangerous team. Kevin?
Very dangerous. All right, David. Zubats. That one drops for him. Now it's a 7-point Los Angeles lead.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
There's the pass to Conley. And it's Miller in the corner. Shot to stop the run. Another miss by Minnesota. Los Angeles leading by 7. Screen by Zubac. Bogdanovich passes to Zubac. Yep, that one goes in there. Zubac has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Here's Alexander Walker. No good with the triple. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Lets it go from deep. Coffee can't get it to go. Timberwolves trail by 9. Miller finds Alexander Walker. Shoots the 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. One-on-one here.
Minnesota charged with the foul.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Just 72% from the line a season ago. Not the greatest of numbers, but there are guys who are far worse off when it comes to free throws.
And both free throws good for Zubac. And so it's Los Angeles holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
They've got Ivica Zubac. Bogdanovich is out there with Powell. Then there's Brown, and it's Coffee in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Not as good in the Los Angeles leads. Cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Alexander Walker. And Clark, here's a great guy to have in the rotation. Nickeil Alexander Walker.
Loved him in college. Loved his versatility, and I thought it would translate nicely to the NBA. Took him a minute to find his rhythm, but he's got great length, which makes him versatile defensively, and he can play with just about anybody because he's got good all-around offensive skills.
Alexander Walker passes to Miller. Back to Alexander Walker. Clark outside. Fires from deep. And another 3 for Minnesota.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the deep.
A 3 from Bogdanovich. Drills the 3-pointer. Bogdanovich has got the lead up to 11 now. It's for Los Angeles.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Clark finds Alexander Walker. The tray. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 4 rebounds in this game. Bogdanovich inside. Covered by Conley. Zubac the pass to Brown. Back to Zubac. Turn around Jay. And again the Clippers good for 2.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
Yeah, and you know, that is some shaky and shoddy defensive work. They got to tighten it up.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative and make something happen.
Timberwolves trail by 11. To the left wing. Conley, the pass to Garza. There's the triple. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them, but not last year as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference.
Oh, what a dunk!
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
Zubac's a screen on Clark. Pass to Brown. The three. Kept alive. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. The three. Garza pulls it in. Timberwolves trail by 13. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Clark, the pass to Alexander Walker. .112 left to play in the third. The Timberwolves again can't hit. And the dunk by Powell.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
And it seems as if someone got their signals crossed. If he can wind up that open from three-point range, I'm sure that was not a part of the game plan.
And so Miller will bring it up for the Timberwolves. A 12-point game. Here's Garza. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Los Angeles has gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check. It was maybe a step out of his range.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Some changes for Minnesota. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. DiVincenzo against Harden. Pass to Leonard. From downtown, it's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 4 assists in the game.
That was some slick passing from Harden on that one.
And so it's Los Angeles out in front by 17 points. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here, looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. So on the floor for Minnesota, Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Handle out there with Naz Reid. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point. Handle with the ball. Leonard picks him up. A nice shot by McDaniel.
Attacking right away. McDaniel's wasting no time there.
Leonard against McDaniel. Outside Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Very few players have the combination of power and athleticism that Kawhi has. Electric.
Timberwolves trail by 18. A 3 for DiVincenzo. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Eubanks got his 6th rebound on the night. Harden the pass to Eubanks. Harden scanning the floor. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
I mean, it's hard not to appreciate Harden because he's the complete package.
Here's Edwards. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
He does not lack for confidence. He shouldn't. I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Clippers.
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
And I love the way they've been attacking the basket. I mean, they've looked to penetrate every opportunity they've had, and they've done a nice job doing that.
Here's DiVincenzo. Finish off the break.
I think DiVincenzo is at his best in the open court because he's got tremendous speed.
DiVincenzo against Harden. Right side Jones. From deep. And he's good on the three ball. Jones has got 5 points now this quarter.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on it.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And it's Leonard missing. Timberwolves trail by 15. Edwards from deep three-point territory. James Harden with the rebound. The Clippers have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Guys, it's hard to shake Harden off his game. He's so strong and skilled. He keeps his balance right where he needs it.
DiVincenzo hits the bucket.
You know, he's going to continue to bury those if that's how they're going to D him up.
Here's Harden on the wing. Defended by DiVincenzo. Here's Jones, and Jones with the stuff.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Pass to McDaniels. That's in, coming off an assist from Randall.
Nice looking teardrop by the swingman McDaniels. Love watching his offense continue to evolve and grow.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Back to Harden. Here's the three. Minnesota with the rebound.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Clippers.
They enjoyed a big boost from the strong play of their bench.
The subs came in and did their job. Those points off the bench were key to their victory.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for James Harden.
A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
And Edwards launches it from deep. No good. He's now missed more than he's made. 4 for 9. And so Harden will bring it up for the Clippers. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Stolen by Reed.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Not by a long shot. It's all but official.
Edwards can't hit. And you have to like how they're moving the ball right now.
Snappy passes to ready shooters. It's basketball 101, but boy, is it working.
And Leonard puts it up from deep three. It counts. So it's Los Angeles win this one easily. Some good competition, but the hometown. All right, DA, thanks again. And that'll do it, folks.
Stand excellent on the defensive end.
Yeah, and Brian, look, there's two hallmarks of great defensive teams. Obviously effort, you can't do anything without it, but also communication. The best defensive teams communicate well, and it's what connects all five guys on the floor.
And a wise coach once said, defense wins championships.
I would say defense and offense win championships. You need both.
And a look at Minnesota's opening lineup. Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Nas Reed out there with Julius Randle. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point.
And this is big for Thompson's confidence. He needs to keep hitting from downtown.
Randle a screen on Van Vliet for 3. DiVincenzo. Randle the pass to DiVincenzo. Let's go with a 3. It's rebounded by Şengün.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Pass to Brooks. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. For 3. Can't get it to go. Missed his first one. The Rockets have gone 1 for 3 so far. And here's Green from the arc. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson.
You love the confidence Green has. He wastes no time going up with the shot.
And Grant, you look at the Rockets' additions over the last year or two. There's an emphasis on toughness.
Yeah, toughness, both physical and mental. Those are the kinds of veterans they've brought in. And that extends, of course, to the coaching staff, too. I always love the hard work on the glass. Just great activity. Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
Yeah, it's always nice to see him drop in a triple early in the game. That'll set him up for success the rest of the way.
Houston has gone 3 for 5 from deep so far in this matchup. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Reed with the rebound.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
That's tipped and stolen by Edwards. All alone, bearing his second of 3 attempts.
And look, Edwards has a lethal pull-up game. It's one of the things that makes him so difficult to guard.
Now here's Brooks. Knocks it down from distance.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
And here's Edwards outside. It's rebounded by Şengün.
That's exactly how you have to defend him on the perimeter. Can't allow any space.
The offensive rebound. Brooks from outside. Can't get it. He's now 1 of 4 from the floor. Timberwolves trail by 5. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Ime Udoka for a minute. I asked him directly about facing Anthony Edwards, and coach said he's just so dynamic, right? Our hope is that we can control the pace, make this our kind of game, and he'll be a little less explosive. So the plan is to stifle Edwards by not letting him play at his tempo. Back to you.
And Allie, thank you for that. Minnesota's gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first. And coach, how about Naz Reid, the 2024 Sixth Man of the Year award winner?
Yeah, Brian, sort of unique. We often associate that award with shooting guards, but although he's a big, Reid is more than capable of putting up big numbers, including from long distance.
If you let him, Van Vliet will just live at the arc. I mean, he shoots fearlessly from out there.
Here's Edwards. Tries again. Randall. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Well, second chance points are all about a lack of effort defensively. Those buckets would drive me nuts.
Now here's Şengün. Brooks, the pass to Van Vliet. Brooks, a screen on DiVincenzo. Back to Brooks. 5 to shoot. And a great assist by Van Vliet as that one goes. Brooks has got 6.
And you gotta at least honor Brooks' three-point shot if you're the defense. I mean, he is more than capable of connecting.
The Rockets lead by 6. Thompson with it. DiVincenzo picks him up. Van Vliet, the pass to Thompson. It's rebounded by Minnesota.
He just couldn't finish the job that time, and too bad, because it was a nice look.
Well, keeping his eyes up. Coaches love to see that kind of anticipation.
Van Vliet, the pass to Green. 3-pointer off the mark. Timberwolves trail by 4. The 3, DiVincenzo nails it from beyond the arc. He's got 5.
Yeah, never a bad idea to have Randall with the ball. Just a great passing forward.
Out to Thompson. There's the triple. Anthony Edwards with a rebound. The Timberwolves have gone 8 for 14 from the floor. So they take the lead.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
And the basket by Van Vliet.
Yeah, what a touch on the shot from Van Vliet. Just easing it into the hoop.
McDaniels from long range. Thompson pulls it in. It'll count. No luck on that one. Tie game and some big points being put on the board as we wrap up the first. Let's take a quick. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. All right, what do you think about the Rockets?
Well, they've really been racking up three-pointers in bunches. They've been so impressive to watch.
And with each made 3, their confidence continues to build. Their opposition might want to change their approach to try to slow them down.
Green is the 2 with Brooks at the 3. Thompson out there with Alperen Şengün. And it's Van Vliet in at the point guard position. That's the 5 for Houston right now.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
Back to Thompson. Takes the 3. The shot off that time. For Minnesota, they've gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Launches a 3. And in 7 attempts, he's drained 3.
Well, when you give him room like that, just expect it to go in.
Timberwolves trail by 3. Randall on the screen. The drive by DiVincenzo. Yep, that one goes. DiVincenzo's got 7.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Cook it, and it's Randall with the assist.
And he's been an ideal teammate tonight. He's really creating plenty of looks with his passing.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him, and you love to see a guy dishing it like this. Well, that's a high skill level shot that's difficult to contest. The turnaround was the right move there.
Oh, just an artful little reverse slam.
Power and style. That was sweet. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Ali.
Hey, BA, well, the Rockets got a lot more organized with Coach Ime Udoka and their veteran additions, including point guard Fred VanVleet, who said it's just having that poise and presence to slow things down and get guys where they need to be. Rein it in, get some structure, and maximize these guys' potential. BA?
Ali, a great floor general. Thanks for that.
Won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
On the wing, Thompson fires for three. And that basket makes him 6 for 11, shooting a good percentage. You were there, Stan, in Miami at the inception of Heat culture. Give us a taste of it.
Well, it's a little bit overblown in one way, in that everyone basically wants people who work hard and get in shape and compete. The difference maybe with the Heat is they just have a lower tolerance for players who don't meet their standards.
And here's VanVleet from the arc. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got rebound number 8 now. It's Edwards on the wing. 9 points in the game. Fires in the triple.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
And here's Green from the arc. Hauled in by DiVincenzo.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Edwards fires from way outside. Edwards can't get that one to fall. And so Thompson will bring it up to the Rockets. You know, Grant and VanVleet, they've got a guy who's been through everything in this league.
Yeah, B.A. VanVleet's seen it all. He's won a championship. He's been in the All-Star game. He's been on a last-place team. No wonder nothing seems to faze him.
This one for three. Edwards can't get that one to fall.
Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach.
Thompson passes to Şengün. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists tonight.
Already an intelligent playmaker, Thompson moves the ball well for a rookie.
Randall deciding where to go with it. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Randall's got 13.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Well, we all know he's a good scorer, but Green also facilitates very well.
Here's Edwards. Shot is good, off the back rim and in. Edwards got 9 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, that fadeaway gave him more than enough space to get that shot up.
Amin Thompson, he is feeling it tonight, and he's been the driving force for the Rockets. Getting it done from range. He's hit 6 triples so far. We'll be right back with you shortly.
42.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Well, you gotta like what we're seeing from Amin Thompson.
And the bulk of his production has been generated along the perimeter.
And defensively, they're giving him too many good looks out there. They need to start running him off the line.
On the court for the Timberwolves. Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Mike Conley. Then it's Miller, and it's Clark in at the small forward position. The 3, Smith. Puts up a 3. Beyond the arc. Pass to Holiday. Now here's Smith. The 3 is up. Fires from deep. He buries it from 3. Smith's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Holiday against Conley. He takes it in. Here's Alexander Walker. From outside the arc. Drains the triple. And it's amazing. Neither team has been able to hold the lead for any length of time.
Yeah, these guys are leaving it all on the floor tonight.
And it's Whitmore missing.
Thin margin of error right there. You have to work for a better shot.
Beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush. Rockets trail by 4. Adams inside. Holiday finds Smith. Takes a 3. And the Rockets hit again from deep.
And Smith has such confidence rising up from deep. This is what's going to make him so dangerous here in the pros.
Conley passes to Garza. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Houston has gone 2 of 6 from downtown here in the second half. Knocked loose. Up top Whitmore. Fades away. The rebound by the Timberwolves. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker has built a role around defense and activity, Coach.
Yeah, Brian, he's started to understand that not everyone can be that superstar scorer, and he's carved out a role around hustle, but still capable of knocking down shots within the flow of the offense.
Smith outside. From deep three-point land. And Conley grabs the miss. Minnesota leading by 4. Pass to Garza. Down low. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Conley looking for an opening. And it's off from three-point range. Dives for it. Boy, this offense has been dynamic and diversified.
Just everyone sharing the ball and sharing the load makes you difficult to defend.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Brian, Jabari Smith Jr. is making some serious strides, and Coach Ime Udoka praised him and said his all-around game, his confidence, great defensive versatility. He's starting to handle and make plays for others. Shooting is a huge asset for him, but we want him to post up and find his mid-range shots as well, so he can rise up over guys. Brian?
He is certainly one to watch, Allie. Thank you.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
And Houston making a change here. Green is checked in. The 3, Smith. Another 3 from Houston.
You know, Smith came into the league as a capable and confident shooter off the catch.
Miller a screen on Holiday. And that one's good from Conley.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
First team foul.
There's 49 seconds left in the third quarter. Jacks up a 3, and another 3 from Minnesota.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
The Timberwolves have gotten 6 of 11 attempts to fall so far in the third. Garza passes to Miller. Now Alexander Walker. No good from outside. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Smith against Miller. From deep. That shot, no good. Clark outside. Conley finds Clark. No good on the triple. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game thus far. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Now that is an elite level dig. What a great pass.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. Van Vliet and Green, they're manning the backcourt. Dylan Brooks is out there with Thompson. And it's Şengün in at the center position. That's the 5 for Houston right now.
Look, if Edwards is hitting that shot, there's not much you can do defensively to stop him.
Oh, misses the dunk.
Trying to show off for the fans and give them their money's worth, just couldn't finish.
Here's Thompson. DiVincenzo with a steal. And now the T-Wolves on the break. And here's Edwards outside. And the ball out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards. And Van Vliet has got the ball here for the Rockets. Offensive rebound. Pass to Şengün. Lets it go from deep. Hits the trifecta. And the Rockets lead by 2. Coming down the stretch, it's still anyone's game.
Incredible effort and energy on both sides. These guys must be gassed.
Edwards for 3. Edwards can't get that one to fall. The Rockets have gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. Pure from three-point range.
Yeah, and Green has tons of confidence in his three-point shot, and it was on display right there as he knocked it down.
Knocks down the triple.
This continues to be a battle. The lead is within reach.
Yeah, this is definitely a close one. Let's see if they have enough in the tank to take the lead here.
Minnesota has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. Randall, pass to Edwards. The 3. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
Well, when Edwards gets this hot, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the damage.
Pass to Şengün. Brooks outside. Thompson right side. The fadeaway. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Reed's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Reed, a screen on Brooks. McDaniels from long range. The kick out to Edwards. Now Randall, defended by Thompson. 6 to shoot, and here's Edwards outside. Brooks with the rebound. Brooks has got 5 rebounds in the game, and stolen by Edwards. A slam dunk by Reed.
This is just what they needed right now. A strong defense and smart offense to give their slim lead a boost.
And that one's good. Green.
And demonstrating how fearless he is, Green welcomes the chance to take important shots.
Pass to McDaniels from behind the arc. Sinks the tray. And the Timberwolves lead by 4.
And that's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
Brooks from outside. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Reed's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Oh! Edwards finishes the break.
Talk about a guy who runs the floor. Edwards gets down there on the fast break so quick.
Thompson's shot is off. The Timberwolves lead by 7. Thompson with a steal. We've got 1:23 left in the fourth. It's rebounded by Minnesota.
You gotta finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste. When the defense is playing off you like that, you want to be able to convert. But that time, you just couldn't get it done.
And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Anthony Edwards with a rebound.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
McDaniels can't hit. Houston shooting just under 40% from the field. Şengün finds Thompson. The fader to the inside. The kick out to Van Vliet. The 3. Cash. And now they trail by just 4.
I mean, you have to love the intensity intensity Van Vliet plays with in these situations. He's always ready to meet a challenge.
So it's the Rockets now. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And here's Edwards outside. Knocks it loose. And a big issue for them, turnovers.
Yeah, you just can't give away possessions in this league. We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
So it's Minnesota picking up the win. They played the villain. Allie, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight.
Jones slot in at the small and power forward. Chris Dunn is out there with Harden, and it's Eubanks in at the center position. And for Houston, we've got Alperon Şengün. Thompson is out there with Tari Eason. Then there's Jalen Green, and it's Brooks in at the 2. Here now, the Clippers. And, Doris, what's amazing to me, if you look at Kawhi Leonard's production year to year, there's no drop-off.
There's certainly consistency to what Kawhi Leonard does. When he entered the league, he was a defensive force from the outset. And then he built methodically his offensive game. Free throws, post-game, and now range shooting. He is a complete basketball player.
Harden against Thompson. The 3, and James Harden with the 3. Harden's got 5 points so far.
James Harden understands answering a 3 with your own 3 negates any momentum of your opponent.
Here's Şengün, and Şengün throws it down.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. And the jam by Harden.
Oh my, James Harden with a statement right there.
Eason with it. Leonard picks him up. Pass to Thompson. Leonard against Eason. Eason, a screen on Harden. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Now here's Harden. He has 7. 5 on the clock. And Harden with the stop.
And Harden is a nightmare in the pick and roll. Just a clever combo guard who is completely unpredictable.
Here's Şengün. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Thompson with it, well guarded by Dunn, and there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That is his first foul of the game. Green deciding where to go with it. To the paint, looking for Eason. He gets it there.
Heads-up play by Green, using the pick and roll to create space for his team.
GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame. And Leonard makes it look easy. Incredible at getting inside and just finishing with physicality.
Green. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin, I caught up with Coach Ime Udoka. Now, he couldn't have been more complimentary about Kawhi Leonard. After some injury issues, he's now back to being the best guy on the floor most of the time. Coach said slowing him down is like trying to hold back an avalanche with a shovel. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Now, here's Leonard.
2 minutes remaining.
Fires the 3.
2 minutes.
Eason grabs the board.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at
And one of Green's best assets is his leaping ability. He's a natural athlete, very explosive.
And that one drops for him. Harden's got 11.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
It's good from long range.
Defensively, you have to live with Thompson making those, because if you get up too close at the arc, Hammond will blow right by you.
And there's the call on Amen Thompson.
Team foul.
That'll be his second foul of the game. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. And it's done in the corner. Pass to Leonard. 3-pointer. Eason grabs the board. Rockets trail by 3. Here's Green. Şengün passes to Thompson. Rocket 6. 3-pointer. Brooks. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Nobody near Leonard. That's in, coming off an assist from Jones. Leonard's got his second bucket.
Well, you're working the two-man game with Kawhi Leonard as your primary target. That's the first guy you need to stop.
Really left alone that time.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Now, here is Harden. He's got 11. The three. Yes, once again, it remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
Well, at this point, James Harden has put his imprint all over this basketball game, and the defense better find a way to figure him out soon.
Thompson finds Green. Eason with it. No good on the last second attempt there. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Flip. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Hey guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Clippers?
Oh, man, how about the mid-range jumper from these guys? It's on tonight, a huge part of their offense so far.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
Torrey Easton is out there with Thompson. And it's Green, then it's Brooks, and it's Şengün in at the 5 down low. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets. Now, here's Thompson. He's got 9. Over to the left wing. Takes a 3. Good. And it's Şengün picking up the assist. Thompson's got 12 points in the game. Doris, it's great to see the excitement that surrounds women's basketball currently, isn't it?
It's great, Kevin, that these incredible players with a high skill level are being acknowledged, not only for that skill, but the quality of play, the competitive spirit of these women. They have worked as hard, and they should get as much recognition.
Eubanks, no good. Rockets trail by 3. Here's Şengün. And Şengün throws it down.
I tell you what, he is one guy you do not stand in the way of when he decides to attack the basket.
Houston's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Inside, and Jones slams it in.
Fantastic look, but that's a bit redundant for James Harden.
Jones has gone 50% so far, 2 of 4 shooting. Incredible for his age. The decision-making of Şengün GA is very impressive.
So calm when he sees a double coming. Reads and reacts with ease when he's on the block or at the nail. Reminds you of a young Jokic with how he sees the game.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Jalen Green has shown he's capable of carrying a team offensively. He said, it feels good knowing that my teammates believe in me to do that. I had to learn a lot of things to grow, but that's what I work for. I want to be one of those guys that you give the ball to in crunch time. Kevin, I always want to give the mic to you in crunch time. Back to you.
David, you are an unselfish playmaker, and I appreciate that. By the way, Green can be electric and so fun to watch. Hey, DA, thanks. 5 to shoot. Houston needs to get a shot. Here's Şengün. And Şengün throws it down.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball. Oh, what a dunk!
Out below!
James Harden.
Well, Kawhi Leonard might be quiet off the court, but on the court, he makes a lot of noise.
It's blocked. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Brooks, the pass to Eason. Thompson sets the pick for Eason.
In the first half. 2 minutes.
Back to Brooks. Shot clock at 6. From outside, off the mark. Los Angeles leading by 5. Done outside. Here's Leonard. Leonard finagling one in close.
So many advantages Kawhi Leonard has when he's inside. Size, power, strength. To the cup he goes.
Doris, recently the Clippers relocated their G League team, bringing basketball back to the city of San Diego.
Kevin, I absolutely love this because San Diego gets its first NBA representation since 1984. And yes, it's great for the city itself, but it's also a smart move by the NBA. You are tapping into an untouched market.
A new lineup here for Houston. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Eubanks. Brown comes in for Jones. Amir Coffey's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And Norman Powell subbed in for Chris Dunn. Clippers with the ball. Following the miss by Fred VanVleet.
James Harden's ability to finish with either hand, so crafty, understanding how to navigate around defenses when he's in the painted area.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Wow, James Harden putting a little sauce in the finish. Nicely done.
His three-pointers off the mark. Rockets trail by 11. Pass to Whitmore. There's the triple. It's not going to go for him. And here's Los Angeles. They're on a 14-4 run. It's Harden with the drive. Coffey. No good from outside. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. To the left wing. Powell with the steal. Launches a three. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Powell. Harden's got the lead up to 14 now for the Clippers. For three, Smith drills it from outside. Smith's got 5 points now this quarter.
At 6'10", Smith with incredible range, and that's why some have compared him to Rashard Lewis. Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Los Angeles looking at a third. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter. Sliced right through them.
His penetration was a real problem for them. And then, of course, the monster finishes at the cup.
So with Harden on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Bogdanovic is out there with Norman Powell. Then there's Brown. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Coffey in at the 3 spot. VanVleet looking around. A fader. Rebound by the Clippers. Greg, what's the key thing Fred VanVleet brings to this offense?
I feel like he's really a centering presence. The guys can look to him to call the play, to give them their orders, and trust that he's setting them up for success.
Powell kicks it out to Bogdanovic. To the wing on the left. Here's Coffey. He has yet to score. Zubac, that's good.
Yeah, that's Zubac just carving out space with that big frame.
And VanVleet, here we go. Smith the pass to Tate. Buries the long-range jumper. Tate's only got his first 3 points of the game.
Listen, even average three-point shooters are going to make that shot. Defense must be better.
Powell, no one around him. The shot's good. Brown making the play. And the Clippers lead by 15.
How's that for an answer? Norman Powell says, I'll see that three and raise you one.
Outside, Green. Back to Whitmore. Jeff Green on the wing. He's covered by Brown. Tate, just 5 to shoot. Pass to Whitmore. It's hauled in by Zubac.
And you can tell right there, the defense is totally fine with him shooting that. That's not his game.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Clippers are inaugurating their new arena this season, and they're set to host the All-Star game next season. It will mark the 7th time that the LA area has hosted the All-Star facilities. Kevin, there will be no shortage of stars in attendance.
That's always the way it is in LA. You're so right, David. It ought to be quite a spectacle. And Tate gets it to go.
Well, Freddie VanVleet runs an offense the way it's supposed to be run. Pretty pass there.
Zubac with the screen for Powell. Pass to Coffey. Beyond the arc. Trains the three-pointer. Coffey's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
And so it's Bogdanovich who brings up the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. They set the pick. Pass to Coffey. Takes the 3. And it's Whitmore with the rebound. Recently, Doris, the Clippers have had their most successful stretch in franchise history.
Well, think about it, Kevin. They've only missed the playoffs twice, going all the way back to 2012. They made their first conference finals in team history back in 2021. Not bad for a franchise that had one of the worst win-loss records in league history.
Green finds Smith. Shoots the 3. That shot no good. Clippers leading by 18. Here's Coffey. Hits it from 3-point range. Coffey's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the 3rd for the Clippers. Smith the pass to Tate. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Zubac has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Coffey. And another 3 for the Clippers.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
You know this. It's not easy building a lead on the road, but this team has been lights out throughout the game.
It's stolen by Smith. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The Rockets with another miss. Los Angeles has got more than a 50% success rate on their three-pointers since halftime. They're 4 of 7.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
And that one's good, Whitmore.
And this is crucial to Whitmore's development, wanting to continue to improve as a scorer.
A shot by Tate with no one around. Good, and VanVleet gets the assist. VanVleet's got 3 assists in the game. And as we conclude the 3rd quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. We've got Amen Thompson. Tari Easton is out there with Alperen Şengün. Then there's Jalen Green. And it's Brooks in at the shooting guard position. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets.
This one has been all about Amen Thompson, a freakish athlete. When he gets rolling, there's just not much a defender can do.
Harden can't hit. Rockets trail by 18. Driving to the basket. Eason's shot is good.
The whole selfless play right there from Green. He's all about getting it to the open man.
And Harden wide open. He shoots. Good on the triple. Harden's got 30 points.
Yeah, you have to make greater effort than that defensively. You know what he can do from range.
Well, to me, that's just inexcusable. You start to wonder how much they really want this basketball game.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Los Angeles.
The three-pointers and how well they're able to shoot them. You wonder if they can keep it up, and boy, have they.
The other thing that's been impressive is really just relentless driving the basketball. Doesn't matter if the defense is there, they are challenging them and getting it done.
Rocketing off the deck. Thompson showing that youthful exuberance.
It's Harden with the drive. Leonard with the screen on Thompson. And here's Harden for three. Eason grabs the board. Rockets trail by 15. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Good. And it's Şengün picking up the assist. Şengün's got 3 assists tonight. Clippers have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. And Harden with the stuff.
Well, James Harden's ability to put it on the deck and get to the cup is elite. And because of that size and frame, he's going to finish most often.
Pass to Green. Now here's Thompson. And Thompson throws it down.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this.
Harden against Thompson. Harden kicks to Jones. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Leonard. The 3 ball. Thompson with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him.
Oh, hammering it in!
Tenacious on the attack. Thompson is fantastic at finding lanes to the basket.
They get it back. And here's Leonard from 3. Connects from 3-point range.
3 points.
And the Clippers lead by 14.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Fires for 3. Eason grabs the board. Eason's got 4 rebounds in this game. On the wing, Brooks, guarded by Harden. And Thompson kicks to Green. Back to Thompson. Pass to Eason. Dunn knocks it loose.
4-second violation. Clippers ball.
We've got 1:18 left in the game. And so Harden will bring it up for the Clippers. It's a 14-point game. A 3 from Leonard. Again, Leonard missing.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Clippers.
Their superior ball handling, 1 of 4.
And fewer turnovers equals greater scoring opportunities. Any coach will tell you that. If you take care of the ball every possession, and this is a perfect example of what happens when you do.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for James Harden.
This guy has been shot-making all night long. He commands the rock and takes over.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
Thompson dishes to Green. From the arc. Here's Şengün. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. And here is Los Angeles now. 13-point lead. Now Harden. Outside Leonard. 6 on the shot clock. From deep 3-point territory. No good. Shot missing. So the Clippers winning this one easily. And in the win, a comfortable... All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks, for...
And it's going to be the Clippers off the tip. And now the Los Angeles starters. Kawhi is the 3 with Jones playing the 4. Chris Dunn is out there with James Harden. And it's Eubanks in at the center spot. Now here's Leonard. Harden, the pass to Jones. Here's Eubanks. Offensive rebound. And Jaden McDaniels picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
On the wing, Harden. DiVincenzo covering. Lets the 3 fly. James Harden, and that's good.
Dialed in from deep, Harden understands when he should look to shoot the 3 ball.
And what you like about James Harden, he can play with any set of teammates, Brent.
Well, we're seeing this transition, BA, right, from Harden being this elite offensive system by himself to now being a better teammate, a guy who can facilitate and set guys up to make better offensive plays. So not shouldering the entire load anymore. He's been very flexible over the past couple seasons.
If given the space, Harden's not afraid to take it to the rim.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to catch up with head coach Chris Finch. Feels good about their chances if they can prevent Kawhi Leonard from taking over. We're talking about a first ballot Hall of Famer who can score from all 3 levels and can take your best scorer out of the game. I asked him, so what's the plan? He said, survive.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Now here's Harden. 5 points in the game. Jones, his shot is good.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the 3-point line.
Oh, man.
Oh!
Oh, my. Edwards looking to demoralize the defense a little with that one.
Harden against Edwards. Harden drives in. Ooh, he's looking comfortable now. 3 for 3.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
McDaniels from long range. Counted from distance.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And Harden with the slam.
A smart play with the ball there. Harden just making the right decision.
Randall inside, defended by Jones. It's Edwards on the wing. He's got 5. It's his first trip to the line.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Free throw good, Edwards.
Well, we know Edwards has an impressive skill set, but what really separates him is the competitive edge that he plays with.
And both free throws good for Edwards.
You can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Here's Harden, and then Harden with the jam.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
I like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
McDaniels passes to Edwards. Up top, DiVincenzo, just 5 to shoot. McDaniels from long range. No good there. Los Angeles leading by 4. He goes up, and Harden with the slam.
A great hustle from Harden in transition, getting up the court as quickly as possible.
The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Edwards fires from way outside. Done with a steal. On the wing, Harden. Leonard with a screen on DiVincenzo. And Harden with the slam.
Oh, one of these monster nights from James Harden.
Now here's Edwards. Defense right on him. Ooh, once again, off the mark by Minnesota. And here's Harden. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. They're leading by 8. Jones finds Harden. There's 47 seconds left to play in the first. Shot clock at 6. Uneasy 2 on the layup. Harden's got 17.
They've controlled the paint so far. that's been the difference.
Yeah, the bully ball tonight has paid dividends. Highly effective down there with the physical play.
Nice shot by DiVincenzo.
Well, you want to chase him off the three-point line. DiVincenzo able to settle in that time.
Oh,
Yes, sir!
Wow!
Check it out. Harden putting on a show, throwing down an acrobatic dunk.
Count it. Good.
You want to run your offense through him. A reliable scoring option.
To the paint.
I just love that alley-oop slam, B.A.
Defense disorganized. Defense pays. And Edwards the bucket on the assist from Randall. He's got 9.
Oh, so smooth inside. Edwards found the opening and exploited it.
Harden. And then Harden with the jam.
And sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here. Hanging up there like that. Well, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. It's Los Angeles. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
Well, we've seen them take advantage of the lanes given to them so far. The defense isn't plugging it up, and it's being exploited.
Well, whether the defense is inviting these shots or not, they've been great in the mid-range. And so producing from there, that bodes well.
Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Naz Reid. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 1. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Reid sets a screen. Edwards, a pass to Reid. And as the perimeter game took over, it seemed that the dominant big man went away a bit. Instead, the bigs just got more skilled, Brent.
Well, B.A., dominant big men are really hard to come by. So when you do get one, there tends to be a lean. But yes, it's been about the skill of the big over the past few years, along with the game transitioning to the three-point line and picking up the pace. There'll be another big man out there who changes the game back to the low block, B.A.
Here's DiVincenzo. Ooh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
And DiVincenzo, he can really get up there.
Here's Harden. And Harden with the slam.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Edwards, a pass to Randall. Closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second. Stolen by Harden. In transition, here come the Clippers. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
We know Kawhi Leonard is a former Finals MVP. Jimmy Butler said, there are guys that are like, quote, I'm going to find the best way to win. In a 7-game series, I'm going to get the best of you in the end. Kawhi's definitely up there. Whatever he's got to do, he is going to find a way. And Brian, Butler would know a thing or two about that, wouldn't he?
Yeah, you know that. No question about his abilities. Leonard with a screen on DiVincenzo. Leonard passes to Harden. Clock at 6. And then Harden with the jam.
And we continue to see Leonard and his patience being able to deliver the ball like that.
And despite his injury history, Kawhi still has the ability to take over games, Brent.
Yeah, does it feel, B.A., that Kawhi sometimes is even more patient and more deliberate in the way he delivers in games? I think he's the type of talent that can slow himself and the game down at his will and still be a lockdown defender.
He almost brought the basket down on top of himself.
Oh, there's hang time, and then there's a time to hang. Los Angeles leading by 18. Leonard outside. Three-pointer. It's good. Off the assist from Harden. Harden's got 4 assists now tonight.
Sometimes tough to get out to that corner, and Kawhi sat there and made the defense stretch out.
Edwards fires from way outside. From beyond the arc, and then some. Edwards got 14 points for the game. Here's Harden. And Harden with the slam.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Oh, wow! And the offensive firepower Edwards is capable of is special. I mean, we are seeing it on full display right now.
Leonard for three. Connects from downtown. He's got 9.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. And it's a completely new group for the Timberwolves. And stolen by Brown. And it's the Clippers on the break. He stops. He pops. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start.
That's gotta frustrate him. He knows he should have made that one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
The shot by Conley, no good.
The D really getting away with one there. No one on him, and that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Miller against Bogdanovich. Here's Zubats, and it's slammed in by Zubats.
Doesn't get any easier for Zubats. He'll take those anytime he gets them.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Conley on the attack. Pass to Garza. Shoots. Minnesota again missing.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
Count it. Zubats has got 4 points in the quarter.
And he's going to nail these if you give him the space. That's just soft D.
The defense also looking defeated. The lack of hustle is driving the coaching staff a little bit batty right now.
James Harden. He's been the guy making things happen for Los Angeles. Oh, what a quarter. He was absolutely on fire offensively. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Allie. After the break, we'll see you right back here to begin quarter number 3.
Get ready for the big half-court shot. Drums. They're measuring different shots.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. We are seeing an outstanding game from James Harden.
Through 2 quarters of play, he's been an excellent source of points.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Checking out the group for Ty Lue to start the second half. We've got Amir Coffey. Bogdan Bogdanovich is out there with Norman Powell. Then there's Ivica Zubats, and it's Brown in at the power forward spot. Clark outside. Here's the 3. Sinks it from distance. Clark's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Coffey. He drops it from range.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Garza's shot is good.
Can you say natural leader? Conley is especially effective at running the offense and involving his teammates through his passing.
No one covering. Coffey's got 6 points in the quarter.
This is what he does. Find space on the perimeter and then sink the 3.
From deep, Conley. Rebound by the Clippers. Powell outside. Here's Coffey. And Los Angeles, another 3.
That's a smart read from Powell. He analyzed the play there and made the right pass.
Here's Alexander Walker. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. The Clippers have gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Clark.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Bogdanovich with a screen on Miller. Brown can't hit.
That's a look he couldn't pass up. He just couldn't get it to go.
From the arc. The shot by Garza, no good. Los Angeles has gotten 3 of 6 threes to fall in the third quarter. Powell for 3. Alexander Walker grabs a board.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
And no matter how many minutes he gets, Norm Powell is always ready to shoot, Brent.
Oh, man, B.A. Norman Powell has consistently been in that Be Ready club off the bench. I mean, he can come in and score a bunch of points for his team and spark the offense. But this guy has been aggressive from day one, and it doesn't matter where he is, he knows his role.
Brown with a screen. For three, Powell. And no good.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
The Clippers shooting just about 33% since this second half started. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, the Clippers' talent level is unquestionable, but they can run hot and cold at times. Coach Ty Lue said taking care of the basketball, transition defense, offensive rebounds, and spacing. Those are the four things we have to consistently be good at every single night. Brian?
Yeah, he knows what he's talking about, Allie.
Nice floater, Bogdanovich. Some room, got it off. He'll take it.
To the wing, right side. And it's good. Off the back rim and in. Garza's got his second bucket of the night.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Coffee. The three-pointer off the mark. Timberwolves shooting a less than average 27% in the third quarter. The try by Miller.
That'll be a move to remember. Wow.
Yeah, great creativity in the air. And here's Brown for three. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Alexander Walker's got 4 rebounds in the game. And there's a pick. There's the three. Sends it home from three-point land. Alexander Walker's got his first 3 points of the game. Coffee on the wing. Clark covers. Fires the three. And the basket by Coffee. Coffee's got 12 points now in the quarter.
It's clear there's a lot of pride on the line in this one.
Not always the best scenario, but in this game, pride takes over. You score on me, I'm going to come back and score on you.
Here's Coffee. He's got 12. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Lays it in off the pretty lob.
And this offensive surge is just what they needed right now.
And so it's Bogdanovich with it. He brings it up for Los Angeles. Pass to Coffee. Three-pointer. Knocks down the long J. Coffee's got 15.
Got to have good court awareness, and it was on display right there from Bogdanovich.
From the wing. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Here's Coffee. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's Los Angeles with a commanding 22-point lead going into the break. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Naz Reid out there with Julius Randle. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. And it's Randle with the jam.
Randle sneaks up on you athletically with that frame. You could argue he's at his best when he's in attack mode.
Harden from outside. Nails it from 3. Harden's got 40 points.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Confidence is sensational, and it feels like no one is going to stop him tonight from scoring.
Edwards for 3. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Eubanks, he's got his 6th rebound on the night. Harden surveying the D. Leonard with a screen on DiVincenzo. Harden misses. For Minnesota, they've gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. fires from way outside. The rebound by Eubanks. Eubanks, he's got rebound number 7 tonight. The 3 is up. James Harden, and that's good. Harden's got 43 points.
Such an aggressive offensive player. Harden is ready to shoot whenever he's got the rock. Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Harden, deep three-point land. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter.
Yeah, what energy from Edwards on the drive. Pushing his way inside and straight to the cup.
Right side, Harden. Sinks that one from the post. Harden's got 45 points.
He's putting the team on his back. Incredible scoring performance thus far.
DiVincenzo can't hit. Los Angeles leading by 23. Knocked away. And here we go, the Timberwolves on the run. Oh, now that's how you finish a break. Throw it down with force.
Sometimes it's that first couple of steps, and DiVincenzo was off to the races.
Three-pointer, Harden buries it from 3. Harden's got 48.
And let's face it, when you're down this many points, you simply can't let them get that good of a look.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
Fires the 3. McDaniels with the rebound. For Minnesota, they've gotten 4 of 9 shots to go in during this fourth quarter. He gets it in there. Edwards has got 20 points.
Dante DiVincenzo with a real nice team-first play.
Outside Harden. Pass to Eubanks. Now here's Leonard. Outside Harden. Launches it. Rebound Minnesota.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Clippers.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for James Harden.
It was tough to cover all game long. One of those nights when he felt like nobody could stop him, and they didn't.
Edwards, that's good. There's 53 seconds left to play in the fourth. Harden fires away from outside. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Launches it from deep. The rebound by Eubanks. It's been all Clippers. From deep three-point range. He can't hit that time.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
And Edwards puts up a deep 3. The offensive rebound. Jones with some nice D. Outside Harden. No good. So no problem for the Clippers as they get the win. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Shocked and...
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
a well-dressed group of Timberwolves as they made their way to the locker room. Welcome to 2K Sports Live. There should be plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
And the Houston Rockets starting five. At the guard positions, Van Vliet and Green. Alperen Sengun out there with Amen Thompson. And it's Brooks in at the small forward. Out to Conley. Fires from deep. Sinks the triple. Conley's got the first points up on the board for Minnesota.
I'll tell you, you give Conley the ball and trust him to make the right decision.
Green, no luck. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. He was all alone on that one.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Houston's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And a deep three from Van Vliet. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Stolen by Van Vliet. Oh, here we go. Sengun's got the fast break chance.
And you can always count on Van Vliet to make the right play. He doesn't make too many bad decisions when he's got the ball in his hands.
And Van Vliet, not the same scorer he once was, Richard, but he has improved his playmaking.
And that's the adjustment that Van Vliet needed to make. The scoring doesn't always have to be there for him. But if he can set up, facilitate, and be a game manager, he'll find a large role.
Edwards passes to Conley. Traps in the tray. Conley's got 6.
And the mechanics of Conley's shot are rock solid, allowing him to take a shot with no hesitation. And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Thompson inside the line. Sengun kicks to Thompson. Jacks up a 3. Minnesota with the rebound. And here is McDaniel. It's rebounded by Sengun.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation. He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
It's Gobert with the ball for the Timberwolves. And Conley gets it to go. The assist by Gobert. 9 points in the game so far.
Fantastic at capitalizing from those spots. Conley has a dynamite-looking jump shot.
Pass to McDaniels. Lets it go from deep. That shot is off. It's trailed by 4. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Alperen Sengun is a weapon on the block. Coach Ime Udoka said there are not a ton of true low-post threats in the NBA nowadays. Joel Embiid, Jokic, I don't know how many others there are anymore. Alpy's had success against pretty much everybody that's guarded him. Kevin, his footwork is indeed high level.
DA totally agree. Great footwork. Moves on moves, I've always said. Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
Thompson with it. Conley picks him up. Shoots it up. The shot by Thompson, no good.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Dylan Brooks. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
On defense, Houston, 4-point game. Puts up a deep 3. And another 3 for Houston.
He doesn't take a lot of time to make up his mind. Brooks always thinking ahead, and he's in position before the pass is made.
Gobert, and that's good. Rockets trail by 3. Sengun finds Green. It's stolen by Edwards. To the paint. And stolen by Thompson. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. It's stolen by Edwards. Conley's shot is off. And the Rockets with possession here. Thompson dishes to Green. Lets it go with a three. Minnesota with the rebound. McDaniels got rebound number 5 here tonight. Outside Edwards. From outside the arc. Buries it from three-point range. Edwards got his 3rd bucket of the night. A deep three from Thompson. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Mike Conley making highlights for Minnesota. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And also, how about the way they decimated the opposition on the offensive glass, getting an impressive number of second chance points.
And so in the game for the Rockets, Tari Easton is out there with Green. Then it's Jabari Smith. Then there's Whitmore, and it's Holiday in at the point. Rockets trail by 6. A deep three from Green. Gobert pulls it in.
You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle against.
They get it again. They kick it out to Green. Pass to Eason. That three off the mark. Timberwolves leading by 9. Edwards with it. Now defended by Whitmore. Houston's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. It's good. The assist that time from Smith.
And this is crucial to Whitmore's development, wanting to continue to improve as a scorer.
Near the three-point line, it's Edwards. From the top of the key, he buries it. Edwards got 11 points. Stolen by Conley. Fires from way outside. Edwards with another miss. Rockets trail by 8. Smith for 3. Anthony Edwards with the rebound. Pass to Conley. Over Whitmore. Conley's shot is off. Rockets have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. For the 3. And that one's good. Whitmore. Whitmore's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
When he has enough space, he's more than comfortable letting it fly from outside.
Conley. And the Timberwolves lead by 7.
That's just smart basketball right there, finding a way to get a high percentage shot on offense.
And it's Whitmore missing.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Edwards kicks to Gobert. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter.
Now, I understand that that shot didn't go down, but they will take that look every trip down the floor.
And Whitmore with the basket on the assist by Holiday. Whitmore's got 8 points in the quarter. Timberwolves leading by 5. RJ, the Rockets don't just have young talent. They have elite young talent.
Yeah, you can have all the high draft picks in the world. That doesn't mean you're going to hit on the right guys. But Houston, they certainly have.
Took him no time at all on that one. And now that's 11 points for Cam Whitmore. Timberwolves have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Edwards fires from way outside. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Pass to Whitmore. Over Edwards. Back to Whitmore. For 3. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. And now just a 1-point Timberwolves lead. Near the three-point line, it's Edwards. Edwards with another miss.
Got a good look there, but just not able to hit from the mid-range.
Fires from way outside. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
And maybe he thinks he has that type of range, but I'm not sure who'd agree with him.
Yeah, and you're not going to just have the green light for long if you're chucking up bombs like that.
And that was a confident shot. Love when Edwards just rises up and fires off the dribble.
And it's Whitmore missing. Minnesota leading by 4. Here's McDaniels. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Here's Whitmore. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
Oh, a really strong outing from Whitmore. You see the potential for greatness.
Edwards finds Gobert. Back to Edwards. Fires the 3. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Whitmore. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. For 3, Edwards. Edwards with confidence.
And that corner pocket triple. Terrific shot by Edwards from deep.
From deep 3-point land. Rebound, Minnesota. Randall's got his 4th rebound in this one. Releases. And it falls over the rim and in. Edwards got the lead up to 10 now for the Timberwolves.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
And we finished one half of basketball. Timberwolves lead by 10. We'll see you back here after the break for 3rd quarter basketball. We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Not only does he have solid defensive instincts, he just plays extremely hard. And I know people might not realize this, but that is a skill, and it is very difficult for the opposition. It is a recipe for disaster.
Miller is out there with Joe Ingles. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Garza in at the center position. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the second half. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Rockets are making progress. Coach Ime Udoka said it doesn't happen overnight. Changing habits and things like that takes time. Guys learn and grow at a different pace. My thing is getting us all on the same page. Not that far off. Kevin, they sure look like they're building in the right direction.
David, they are, and some good vets have helped as well. And we thank you for that report. 3-pointer. Garza pulls it in. Timberwolves leading by 4. Greg, we know about the Euro step, but is the T-cell the next move that's getting more notice?
I think it is, Kevin. And you can see players have quickly incorporated that into their arsenal. It's been fun to watch, man. And I tell you, it creates some uncomfortable situations.
Goes back up. Yep, that one goes. And the Timberwolves lead by 9. Houston's gone into the 3-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And Alperon Şengün continues to prove himself, RJ, as one of the game's most promising big men.
A lot of it is because of his passing ability, Kevin. Shades of Nikola Jokic out there. Having a big man who can distribute like Şengün is a real luxury.
Here's Garza into the lane, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Garza's got 4 points now in the quarter.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Timberwolves leading by 10. Miller with a screen on Şengün. Here's Alexander Walker. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. There's Green with the 3. It's good from long range.
There's a nice pace to Green's game, so the pull-up, it could be a weapon for him.
Here's Garza. The good-looking shot from the wing. Garza's got his third basket of the night right there.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Thompson for the triple. Rebound, Minnesota.
This is the definition of forcing it. He's trying to get himself going, but taking tough shots just won't do it.
Dreams the three-pointer. Rockets trail by 12. Here's Şengün. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. 7 points for Şengün.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Take that, he says. I see your three, and I'll raise you another three.
The deep three from Van Vliet. DiVincenzo with the rebound. Timberwolves leading by 9. Pass to Garza. They get the rebound. Lets the three fly. Good on the triple. Garza's got 12 points in just the second half. Here's Thompson. 8 points for him. Van Vliet finds Thompson. Back to Van Vliet. Puts up a three. Bangs home the trifecta.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Garza gets the bucket. Rockets trail by 11. Şengün passes to Thompson. Pulls up from the corner. That shot misses.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. And the Rockets making a change here. Adams checked in. 35 seconds left in the third. DiVincenzo kicks to Miller. The Timberwolves again can't hit. And here's Green outside. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. A new lineup here for the Timberwolves. And it's Conley with the ball for the Timberwolves. They lead by 11. There's the three. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip. 5 for 10. Here's Adams. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Over Green. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves sitting. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the speedest of dimes. The plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to fire.
I feel like we've seen more slick passing big men in the league today than we've ever seen.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. 4th quarter on the court for the Rockets. Cam Whitmore is out there with Green. Then it's Brooks. Then there's Amen Thompson. And it's Adams in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Oh, spacing the floor. Brooks is comfortable shooting it from deep.
The tray. The rebound by Steven Adams. Rockets trail by 11. Here's Whitmore. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
This is why you always have to chase guys off the arc, because everyone has a three-point shot now.
And Edwards puts up a deep three. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Dives for it, and so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here. Jabari Smith, he's jacked in for the Rockets.
Number 10, Jabari Smith.
And we've played through about a minute here in the 4th. The shot by Thompson, no good.
And he keeps trying to get himself out of this rut, but maybe it's not meant to be. I'd focus on sharing it with his teammates at this point.
Now here's Conley. Back to Gobert. Pass to Edwards. And stolen by Whitmore. Thompson for 3. Minnesota with the rebound. Randall's got rebound number 5 here tonight. From past the arc. The Rockets with another miss.
You know what? He's got to look to get other guys involved. The three-point stroke is off.
Brooks against Gobert. McDaniels gets a wide open look. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. For 3, Smith knocks down the 3 ball. Smith's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Timberwolves leading by 8. Here is Edwards. Puts up a deep 3. Green with the rebound. Here's Whitmore. Over by Conley.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him all.
Gobert the pass to Randall. For 3, Edwards. Out to Conley. Launches it. That's good from Edwards on the assist from Conley. Edwards got 24.
It's simple, guys. Keep getting Edwards the ball and just let Ant cook. And I thought that was going to drive. It looked good from here.
Timberwolves have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the 4th quarter for them. This one for 3. Drills it from outside. 27 points for him.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
Minnesota leading by 14. 3-pointer, Randall. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
A shot by McDaniels, no good. He gets trailed by 14. Brooks finds Thompson. 3-pointer. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Smith's got 3 assists now in this one.
Defensively, you have to live with Thompson making those, because if you get up too close at the arc, Almond will blow right by you.
And Green puts up a deep 3. Quick shot there, and it's off target. Minnesota shooting a pedestrian 36% in the 4th quarter. Offense not doing their best work of late.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for Minnesota.
When you shoot this well from 3-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooter.
Exactly, Kevin. They were lethal from deep.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Anthony Edwards.
He did a great job following his team's game plan and not rushing anything on offense, which allowed him to catch fire.
Now here's Brooks. Shot clock at 5. Here's Whitmore. The Rockets with another miss. Edwards fires from way outside. Great look, but off the mark. Stolen by McDaniels. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business. Thank you, David. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Along